Hey, Jamie Hartley again from Crossfader, and welcome back. Today's video is more of a discussion. It's Pioneer versus Denon DJ. Pioneer, the long-standing industry standard club equipment, versus Denon DJ. They've been around in the game for a long time. However, this player is going straight full attack for Pioneer's club standard equipment. It's a big talking point at the moment, and I just wanted to put my 10 cents about what I think about this product specifically and how it compares to the Pioneer products. Just my experience from working in the industry for the last 10 years and being a resident DJ in clubs week in, week out, using pretty much solely Pioneer players. Mixers have come and gone, changed, Allen and Heath, Pioneer, but the players have been Pioneer. Now, where does this sit? Do I think this is going to make it? First of all, the features that it provides are amazing. They've taken all the best features that controllers have developed over the last 5 or 6 years and actually implemented them into a player rather than a controller. Now that's really exciting, that's amazing. For all the creative techniques you can do with controllers, it now opens those doors on actual players using USB devices and getting rid of a laptop. To almost reiterate why that's a good thing, we have a lot of young people coming to learn to DJ with us in our studio in Leeds, and they might be 14, 15, 16 years old, just getting into DJing. Now, nobody that age can go out or will go out and pay full whack for a Pioneer DJ setup, as in a CDJ setup. They're going to spend a couple £100 or a couple $100 on a controller. So they get familiar with this kind of layout with all your 8 hot cues and slicer modes and rolls and beat jumps, and these kind of features are common in nearly all DJ controllers now. So these new DJs getting used to this, then suddenly have to go and play in a club, and they're not familiar and it feels very foreign compared to the controller. And you actually can't be as creative all the time as you can on a controller. So that being said, this fills that gap really well. If these were in clubs, those controller DJs would be able to jump onto these and feel right at home. Okay, another of the massively exciting things you've probably seen if you've watched the previous videos on these products is the layer mode. To be able to play 2 different tracks and have control independently with 1 player. Now you imagine it's standard in clubs to have a mixer and 2 CDJs or 2 players. In the Denon range, if you have that set up, you actually have 4 players and very easily can connect all 4 players to the mixer. This will then force more creativity for the resident DJs that are rocking up to clubs that don't have riders. They've got to deal with what's in the club. And if you don't have a rider, you can't, it's rare that you'll ever come across a 3rd CDJ or a 4th CDJ. So your creativity might be limited. Now, if this is what is in the club when you turn up, those resident DJs can access those 3rd and 4th decks and start to apply some more creative mixing to the club sets. It's a win-win both for Denon, for the DJs, and for the industry as a whole. Another thing I noticed about these players after playing on them for quite a few hours is that you can really tell that there is a computer in there. There's a computer on board. With this iOS style touchscreen, it just responds in a way that technology is moving and a way that we are used to dealing with technology. It's definitely taken a step up from Pioneer, this screen in particular. What I'm interested in is what Pioneer are going to come back out with. Are they going to come out with something new in response to this, or are they going to stick with their plan and keep going with their products as they are? They've got the hold in the industry, they've got the equipment in the clubs already, and they've got the trust of a lot of DJs. But this is exciting. This is really going to shake the market up. I think Denon, you really need to bring out a few more players, and I know you probably will be in the pipeline, but this isn't going to take over by itself. We need a few different players at a few different price brackets. The big DJs in the clubs, like you've got Laid Back Luke, that's all good and well them playing on these, but the kids in the bedroom might look up to that, they just can't afford this kind of player yet. At the same time, they also look up to people who they see, their friends, other people on social media, and what equipment they have. Again, we need some more diverse products coming from the Denon DJ range, and I definitely think then it will start to infiltrate not only into clubs, but into kids' bedrooms and everywhere in between. Like most of the DJs that probably have had a 2-minute play on this, when I first got onto it, I was like, oh, it feels weird, feels a bit, it looks a bit like a toy, there's a lot of flashing lights, there's a lot of bright colours. It's a bit digital. compared to what we're used to. But then after an hour, after 2 hours of playing on it, I really started to feel comfortable and I really started to enjoy what it had to offer. I think like anything, it takes a bit of time to get used to a setup and get used to the equipment in front of you. I definitely think there is a place for this in the clubs. There's been a lot of people ask, oh, the durability, only time's going to tell for that. It feels sturdy, it feels strong. These knobs here, the select and auto loop, I feel like they could be replaced. They feel a little bit flimsy and a little bit plastic. But other than that, honestly, I can't really knock this unit at all. All these extra features they've thought about, like all these dual USB ports, the fact that you can unplug and it carries on playing, and even if you unplug your USB device, it's got the whole track there for you to work with rather than just say an emergency loop, which the Pioneer products offer. It's going to be interesting what Pioneer come back with and how quickly they do that. I'm really excited for the DJ industry at the moment and for what's going on, and I think this is a great product. If it doesn't make it in the clubs, that's fine, but I hope it shakes up the industry a little bit and it pushes maybe even Pioneer and other hardware manufacturers to do something and do more and have a bit of a challenge into what they can implement into their players. I really want to know what all the viewers and everyone that's sat at home watching this thinks about the Pioneer versus Denon battle, and whether this player, whether you think it deserves its place in clubs around the world, or whether you think it's going to come and go. Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear from you guys, and yeah, make sure to subscribe for plenty more tips, tricks, reviews. Thanks for watching.